I'm going to teach you how to read the charts before you start your trading journey. Hello and welcome to Crypto Internet T. On this channel, we share simple crypto lessons for anyone starting out. So today, I'm going to show you and teach you what different features mean on the exchange. So we are logged in into our Binance account, and to get here, we clicked on Trade and select Spot. So the pair that I'm going to show you for demonstration is Bitcoin, and as you can see, one Bitcoin is worth around $108,000, and you can see how the price has been trading. So on spot trading, you basically use USDT to buy the other cryptocurrency. For example, here, if you want to own some Bitcoin, you're going to use USDT to buy Bitcoin. So if you have 108,755 USDT, you can get a Bitcoin or a fraction of it. So let's start here at the top. So the pair that you are dealing with, it's Bitcoin stroke USDT. If you want to change the pair, you just click here. Oh, here you can search. Actually, you can on the top right. Hopefully this is the right when you're looking at the video. You can see the different pairs that you can trade. You can trade in USDC, USDT, FDUSD, BNB, and so on. But for us, we are going to focus on USDT. So if you want to search or to change a pair, you can search here. If you want maybe to trade Ethereum, you see, you just search ETH. Don't search the whole word. So if you want to trade Ethereum, you just search there and get it. You see, I clicked on Ethereum and the chart is changing. Yeah. So an Ethereum currently is worth around $2,000 and 600. So that is the chart of Ethereum. So let's go back to Bitcoin. That is what we are going to use for demonstration, since Bitcoin is more common and most traded. Okay, so here's the chart for Bitcoin. Okay, so on this section that I've placed my cursor, you see the pair that you're going to trade. And here we have Bitcoin stroke USDT. If you want to change the pair, I've shown you how to do it. And the price is just next to the pair. So that is the price of each Bitcoin. The value is in USDT. USDT, by the way, is also a cryptocurrency. It's also called Tether. This is not US dollar, it's Tether USDT. You see there's a T at the end. Yeah. Then next to the price, you can see the 24-hour change. This is to monitor or help you know how the price of Bitcoin has changed in the last 24 hours. So Bitcoin in the last 24 hours has had an increase of 0.76%. And this is a live price. That's why you can see the price is changing. We are trading, or I'm showing you on a live market. This is not a demo or anything. It's a live market. So in the last 24 hours, the Bitcoin price has changed with an increase of 0.74%. Also in the last 24 hours, the Bitcoin price has hit a high of 109 to $16.56. That is the highest price Bitcoin price has gone in the last 24 hours. Currently it's around 8 p.m. So 8 p.m. yesterday and 8 p.m. now, that is what we are considering. That is what we mean by the last 24 hours. Also in the last 24 hours, since the Bitcoin price has been changing and has been live, it has also gone low, and the lowest the price has hit is $107,429.57. You see? So if you bought Bitcoin at 107 429.57 and then sold at the high of 109 to 16.56, that means you'd have bagged almost $2,000 if you bought a whole Bitcoin. Although, by the way, on spot section, it allows you to buy a fraction of the Bitcoin. You don't need to buy a whole Bitcoin. That's the good thing about spot trading. So, and currently the Bitcoin price we have said it's 108. So if you bought at 107 for 29 and sell it now at 108, 838, you'll also get a profit. Also, in the last 24 hours, the volume of Bitcoin traded is 8,603. That is the volume of Bitcoin traded here on Binance. We are on Binance app, by the way. Sorry, on Binance web. Yeah. Also, in the last 24 hours, in terms of USDT, the amount traded is 931,666. Okay, the price is changing, right? So this is the amount of volume in USDT that has been traded in the last 24 hours. Okay, so here's the other book. It's like how the trading is going, and this is basically how people are buying and selling the cryptocurrency. Other people, you know, Binance has millions of users, so this is how they are trading. Like for example, here at 108, this first one, 108,772 USDT, that is equals to this amount of Bitcoin. Okay, the price is changing. It can be difficult to tell, but basically this is how the other users on Binance are trading the Bitcoin. Also, when you come to the chart, this is the chart section, and these are called candlesticks. So let me see if I can zoom here. Can this go full screen? Yeah. So these ones are called candlestick. Each candlestick each candlestick represents a certain time frame. For example, we are on the 1-day time frame. So for example, this candlestick is basically showing you the price changes of Bitcoin in the last 1 day. So for example, let's focus on this big red here. You can see that Bitcoin basically went up to this level, and the lowest it dropped on that day, it's as low as here. Okay, so these are the wicks. This, you see lines or like tails extending from the candlestick, they are called wicks. So this is the candlestick body, and these tails are called wick. So at the top of the wick shows how far or how high the price went, and below the bottom of the wick you see how low the price went. Like for example, this day Bitcoin went really high at around 111,960. Yeah, you can see the price here. Oh sorry, that is for a different candle, but you can see it's actually 109,656. I don't know how to show you, but you can see at the farthest, when I move this thing, when I move my cursor, you can see the prices are changing on my right. On the right, you can see the prices change. So like for example, on this candle that I'm placing my cursor, the highest it went is around 109,253.11 dollars, and the lowest it went on this day, it went to 99,961.51 dollars. You see that price change now, and by the end of the day it closed around 101,577, and then it opened for another day. So I don't know why the camera keeps me in this angle, but anyway, If you want to check the price changes for different timelines, you can always change here. You see, you can check how the Bitcoin price has changed in the last 1 second, and each candlestick will show you the price of each second. When you want to check for 15 minutes, you can click there, so each candlestick will represent the price change for Bitcoin in the last 15 minutes, and so forth. For 1 hour, it will mean that each candle shows you the price change for Bitcoin in the last 1 hour. And you also have 4 hours, 1 week. You can change here depending on the time frame that you want. Let's click on the 15 minutes and see. You see there's a difference. When I click the 15 minutes, the candle changes. When I click on the 4 hours, the candle changes. Also, the number of candle changes, if you are noticing the difference. So, but trading is more than just knowing the candlestick and the time frame. But you need first to understand what all this means. What else? Let me see what else is important. Also, if you don't want to trade with the candlesticks, you can always change here. Yeah, you can click here and select something else to represent the price change of the Bitcoin. You can select the line graph. You see it has changed. If you see that the line graph is complicated, you can click here and change and put the bars. You see it's changing. If you don't want to trade with the bars, you can trade with the area. That's how the Bitcoin price has changed. But for me, I recommend using the candlesticks because it gives you a clear indication of the highest price that Bitcoin or whatever cryptocurrency you're trading has gone, and also the lowest. You can observe and see how the prices are changing very easily with candlesticks as compared to line graph or bar graph or whichever other options that you have. So that's all for today's video. If you enjoyed, please make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and tune in for the next video, because I'll teach you more on trading, on spot trading, and trading cryptocurrency generally. Thank you.